At the end of World War II, Americans learned one simple thing. The U.S. military works with our allies and never against them. But that is no longer the truth that we can hold on to. And I'll tell you guys why. Trump has repeatedly crossed that line with aggressive statements about taking Greenland, even by force, if necessary. Those statements cause a ripple effect that puts American troops and the public in danger in ways that did not exist until today. If this doesn't sound alarming at first, it really should, okay? And here is why. Over the last few days, something very unusual happened. Multiple NATO countries quietly moved military forces towards Greenland. Not Russia, not China. And they did this to deter Trump and the United States. That alone, right there, should make you pause at least for a second. Because until now, there was an assumption baked deep into, NATO itself that the United States would never be the reason allies needed, deterrence. That assumption just broke. Before this, Greenland was considered secure and safe under, NATO alignment. There was no expectation that the allied countries would ever need to position forces against the U.S. That would be like, nobody would even think about it or consider it, right? Well, now that's exactly what's happening, all right? And it's, only the beginning. And if you're thinking, well, this is just, diplomatic posturing, nothing will happen, that is not the right thought to have in your head at all, okay? Because deterrence is never symbolic. Deterrence means planning for something that you believe is possible or imminent. And once allies start preparing military, for the United States, the risk changes immediately. And here's who that affects first. Civilians living in Greenland, U.S. service members stationed in the region, NATO troops now operating closer to American forces than they were before. These are real people being placed into a situation that did not exist last week. And here's the part that really matters most. Because of this shift, it is now possible for American forces and allied forces to end up in a direct standoff. Not because anyone planned a war, but because deterrence creates proximity, pressure, and possibly miscalculation. That's not hypothetical. That's how military escalation happens. And if you're an everyday American watching this thinking, well, why should I care? This is so far away. Well, here's why. American troops are now being, treated operationally as a potential threat by allied militaries that means decisions affecting U.S. service members are being made without public debate, without congressional approval, and without Americans, ever being asked if this is acceptable. We have crossed a major line here, guys. From alliance to deterrence. Allies don't deter friends unless trust has already fractured. And once deterrence becomes normal, it doesn't stay limited to Greenland. It reshapes how allies plan, coordinate, and prepare, including how they prepare for the U.S. Look, this matters right now because once military start, repositioning, there is no rewind button. And even if nothing happens tomorrow, the risk environment has already changed quietly, all right? Materially and without consent. And that is why this isn't just, a foreign policy story, okay? It's a story about how quickly assumptions can break and how fast real people can be put in danger before the public ever catches up. Thank you for watching. I am Jared Zisser, and this is Ring of Fire. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on notifications to make sure you are informed about everything important in progressive politics today. And if you are looking for fact-based independent reporting all day, every day, follow me here on Instagram or here on Facebook. See you in the next video.